Hello everyone, my name is Max7238, and welcome back to the Tower of Purgatory. As you can see there, we're starting back on, what is this, floor 7? Now I've already gone ahead and framed the outside. So we're basically just going to be filling in the center here and then heading for the boss. I really didn't want to be cutting the video too much, and this is going to be one of the last floors, so it should be pretty convoluted on the inside. Yep, I'm going to be doing some backtracking, I can already tell. Oh! I did try, I'll be honest, I really did, while I was doing this, tried to change over to some impact type weapons. I tried to put some variety into this, but at this point, and I did say that this was going to happen, I focused so much on my bullet type damage that I've railroaded myself. I can't use anything else and still be effective. It's not possible. I think I put it in the description of one of my previous videos, but I'm going to say it outright here. In Rengoku 2, this is not going to be the case. I'm not going to be running around, you know, like strictly bullet type. I'll make absolutely sure to use multiple types of weapons. Now, when I say multiple types of weapons, it's mainly because in Rengoku 2, I can use a bunch of melee weapons, and I can use like impact types from stuff like grapple, so on and so forth. You know, different hammers and swords and claws and everything. And it'll all be effective. And it was one of the reasons why I wanted to show off this game mainly for the story, and I wanted to, I guess, kind of do a fan service run for myself. That's what most of this whole bullet thing is. But I also wanted to, with Rengoku 2, show off more of the gameplay. So this time around, I've really tried to focus on the conversation that the game looks at. I've tried to focus on the mechanics that the game never explicitly explains to you. That sort of thing. And I've tried to make it somewhat of a walkthrough, just so that if for whatever reason somebody can't get through this game, you know, here's your roadmap. And so with Rengoku 2, since I highly doubt anyone would have trouble beating that game, I don't find it difficult in the slightest. In fact, I don't know if I still have the footage, but I did record myself fighting the first boss without any equipment whatsoever. Like, no shield, no armor, no weapon, no nothing. Like, nothing but just going in there, bare-fisted, and beating the first boss. I realize that now I could have done that in this game, and I didn't know that. And that's mainly because in this game, fists actually do like a set amount of like percentage damage to the health of the enemy. Again, it's still just an assumption. I have yet to try that out on this high of a floor. But that does seem like what happened. But you see how boring this would have been to watch, right? That was the entire floor right there. That was everything that I did in all of those rooms. I just walked in, gunned everybody down, and left. I got bored with it about halfway through. I came back to the main room, and I switched out for, I believe, a dragon mortar on one arm, sweet honeybee on my chest, the twin torpedo, as in the grenades, the field cannon. I mean, I decked myself out, and it didn't go anywhere. Now let's see. Did I already save the stuff? Yeah, okay. I already did save the stuff that I wanted to show off, so let me do that before we jump into the boss here. So we want to show off the horror show. We want to show off the Torrid Saber, which is one of my favorite weapons from this game for a heat playthrough. We want to show off the Focusing Blaster. And what else was there? There should have been something else. Ah, yes. The Field Cannon. And possibly the fake Dragon Fire, I don't know. But here we go. So, Torrid Saber. This is a heat sword, so by hitting the enemy you also heat them up. The Field Cannon there on my chest is the highest form of the howitzer. Obviously this is the highest form of the chainsaw. And you can kind of slide forward while you're using it. And then a focused laser gun. Should be, yeah, focusing blaster. Oh, yeah, while I'm in here, yeah, you see the overwhelming difference. And you could probably check from one of the previous episodes up till now, but there is a much larger tick into impact than there was before. It's just, it's nowhere near enough. It really isn't. I probably should one of these days, not that I would record it, but I should one of these days go through this game with an impact type playthrough, just to see how it is. Because honestly, I'm sure there's merit in it. Everything in this game is viable in some fashion. It's just whether or not it's my thing has always been the deciding factor of whether or not I use it. And I've never much cared for plasma weapons, and I've never much cared for impact types, so I've just never used them. Ah yes, the fake Dragon Fire. And oh yeah, I can also show off, since I never did before, I don't think, the acceleration systems, or in this case, the Supermobulator, which I believe is the highest form. So first of all, fake Dragon Fire. That was probably pretty expected, but this thing, you move a lot faster when you got this stuff equipped. You can dodge a lot faster, and it takes up energy just to move. The second boss uses these. I'm not sure, I don't recall any other boss actually using an acceleration system. But that's all that. I do have a mirror shield on my chest there, instead of having another AG9 platoon or something. And actually, let me bring that up to the forefront just to show what it looks like. It does have a lot of electronic defense, and I wanted to keep that around just in case I need it for like the final boss or something. But there it is on the chest. I do think it looks better on a different body part, but I have yet to actually look at it. And I don't really remember it very well, because I don't recall ever using it all that often. Okay, Statius, if I remember correctly. How right you are, Statius. More right than you know. Ooh, 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 stun gun. Ooh. Ooh. Ah, ha, ha, ha. Dang. Yep, he's got a linear mortar gun. He's got the, like, the stun gun, chainsaw. I forget what he has on his chest. I'm gonna use a couple of speed ups here because honestly the levels actually don't take that long to load. We're just gonna go right back up at him. I don't even think he got much of a chance to fight back the first time, so it's probably part of the reason why I had no idea what to expect. Okay, here we go. Let's try this again. See, I want to fight him in long range, but then he does that, and and makes me change my mind. There we go. Thunder God. Yep, that's his signature stun gun right there. I don't know how effective that would be on me, but I'm gonna at least try it. I'll throw it on my chest and we'll see how it works. I'm also kind of surprised that he didn't have anything to say there after he died. Well, you know, after he was deconstructed, I guess. Let's see. Yep, should take up 2 slots. There it is. Look at that thing. Honestly, hang on. No, open up. Let me instead... Oh, forgot to get rid of that. Not gonna use those either. Just noticed how much elixir skin I have. Should probably use that. There we go. That looks better, I think. I just said I should use that elixir skin and then I didn't, like an idiot. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna dump it all into heat resist. And there it is, the maximum. Man. Alright, another 10,000 and I'll have maximized heat resist. And then it'll all just be going right into my endurance and defense. And hopefully I'll be able to build that stuff up enough to face the final boss before we get there. Now the question is, what door to go through first? Okay. If that's how this is gonna be, then we're just gonna kind of stand out of your reach and just... There. Okay? Don't want to hold still? Fine, don't hold still. Yeah, it heats up really quickly, doesn't do a whole lot of damage. I'm not sure if that heats up the enemy. I think it should, but it probably doesn't do too good of a job since it's on me. But yeah, we're not gonna get rid of that, just because, I mean, it is pretty cool. I don't know. How much is it worth? Yeah, screw it. Alright, you guys aren't going to be sitting through too much of this floor. I'm just going to kind of generally try to see what the layout is, and then I'll be ending the episode. We've only got a few minutes left. These guys are shooting green missiles at me. What the heck? Oh, wow. Yeah, I forgot about that thing. Carl Gustav. That's what they're shooting at me. That guy probably has Invader Q. That guy was just politely waiting for me to pick that stuff up. Yep, 7-man slice. Sort of to be expected at this point. Yeah, this is definitely a different floor layout than the last time we were here. Which is good. A lot of bigger rooms. Ooh, yeah, that thing. I would like that thing. I would like that thing very... Oh, hey, you could give it to me. Why don't you give it to me? How about you drop that? How about you drop that for me? Why you gotta be spiteful, man? Just give me what I want. I'm gonna get it eventually anyway, on or off camera. Better do it on camera. MCon X. If I remember correctly, that should have been what was on the main character's chest. think I get how this one's gonna be. I can vaguely remember this particular layout. Because while they are sort of randomly generated, they do have a set number of generations that they can run through. And you would only know that playing through the game the number of times that I have. Some of the layouts are more common than others. Like, one of my favorite layouts, I don't think actually appeared during this entire playthrough, was for one of the middle floors, where you essentially had a whole bunch of rooms, and it all kind of funneled down into one thin hallway at the very end. And I know we saw some of those thin hallways during the first run, but we never saw the floor that, like, just basically funneled down into that one room. I always thought that was cool. Virgilius and the Rail Cannon D. Virgilius is the highest form of the linear mortar cannon, and the rail cannon D is obviously the highest form of the rail cannon. I believe the Godspeed is the highest form of the general railgun. That guy has 2 of those. I would like to avoid being hit by that. Now, if I can collect enough of those, I might actually put those to use. Because, if I remember correctly, my Gatling cannon is not going to do much to the final boss. The AG-9 platoons, on the other hand, should be helpful. Not too sure about the gun on my head. Quantum Plus. I think that was the highest form of the Quantum Cannon. It would make sense, but well then. Yeah, this is definitely the layout that I thought it was. Okay. As you can see, these guys can't really damage me with bullet types anymore. The amount of... I think, anyway, because it appears to be that way. Now, the amount of effort that you put into a particular weapon type also affects your defense of that weapon type, on top of the fact that my defense itself affects it. Oh, wasn't paying attention to my ammo. Almost died. Yeah, I'll be able to put that Virgilius to good use. Anyway, it does appear that your aptitude in a particular damage type affects your defense of that damage type, but I can't be too sure. Alright, I'm in a bad spot, so I don't want to end the episode, just because I don't want it to be uncertain as to whether or not I died, and just like that, I am no longer in a bad spot. Okay then, I'll be ending the episode after this room then. Provided something doesn't go horribly wrong. Sort of like that. There we go. Okay. So I think that demonstrates plenty of this floor. You can see kind of, you know, the drops that I'm getting here. I don't know if I showed off the destruction base before. This is just an increased power hammer. But this will be it. The next time you see me, I will be probably grinding up, doing a little bit of final commentary on the game, and heading into the boss fight. So I'll see you guys then. Thanks a lot for watching up to this point. Hope you enjoyed it.